I be that young rapping dude, might just trap with you. Coming with the thunder, baby, might just clap your crew. I roll out in the morning light, whip that Harley bike, all black, I'm the party type, and it's on tonight. I just stepped in, no weapons but my...
Hey, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here and welcome to my Tristana guide. In today's video we are going to talk about the recent changes on Tristana. She received a huge buff and therefore she's going to be much better than before. We're going to talk about the item build, the rune set, her abilities and how to play her correctly. So let's start right away with the item build. It's going to be Infinity Edge, Static Shift, Mercury's Stasis, Rapid Fire Cannon, Mortal Reminder and Guardian Angel. For the runes I use Conqueror, Champion, Loyalty and Mastermind. Anyways, that's about it for the items and runes. Also I'm using Heal and Flash. You can use Shield when your support has Heal. Anyways, let's hop right into the abilities. Tristana's passive is Draw a Beat. It increases the range of attacks, explosive charge and a buster shot by 10 per level. The first ability is Rapid Fire. She gains 50% bonus attack speed for 7 seconds. The second ability is Rocket Jump. She leaps to a target location, dealing 85 magical damage and slowing nearby enemies by 60% for 1 second. Takedowns and fully stacked explosive charges. Detonations on champions reset Rocket Jump's cooldown. The third ability is Explosive Charge. The passive is that whenever Tristana kills... When enemies explode and are killed by Tristana's attack, she does additional magical damage AoE, and the active is she places a bomb on an enemy, which you can also place on a turret that does physical damage, and for every additional auto attack during the charge it stacks up to 4 times. The damage increases by 30%. For the ultimate, it's Buster Shot. Tristana fires a massive cannonball at an enemy, dealing 300 magical damage and knocking them back. You can also combine ultimate with flash to change the direction, as I'm showing you right here. So right after you use your ultimate, you flash, and therefore you can change the direction. Anyways, let's hop right into the gameplay. This is going to be fun. We have Lux support, so hopefully she knows how to hit her skill shots correctly, since I would say she isn't the greatest support champion. There are a lot of other better support champions. Definitely check out my tier list that I made, and there you can see which supports are the best right now. I think one issue with Tristana is definitely her early game. She is really weak in the early game. She needs those core items: Infinity Edge, Rapid Fire Cannon, Static. So I think 3 items is when she's getting strong. Then you might have to go Blade of the Rune King as the first item, because she lacks some attack speed. Even though the first ability got buffed, the previous build was Blade of the Rune King into Infinity Edge, so maybe you just have to shift it, but right now I'm just trying this build and I think it's going to be fine. Just that it costs a lot of gold and you need 3 core items before Tristana is going to be strong. And also her laning phase is actually, I think we get the first blood here. We got the first blood, let's go. One issue about the laning phase is that because of her E, the passive of the E, whenever she last hits a minion, she does splash damage, and therefore you're creating a slow push into the favor of your opponent. And then the wave is always at the opponent's side, so it's really easy to gank Tristana and punish her by slow pushing. So even though you're just trying to, as you guys can see, I'm just last hitting and I'm doing additional splash damage onto the minion wave, and therefore I'm always creating a slow push. And that's actually really annoying if you play against Lee Sin, for example, who can go for early ganks and punish you for pushing too hard the wave. So that's definitely an issue in the early game. So try to last it, but try to not shove in the wave too hard. And be careful in the early game for ganks, because you're shoving in the wave too deep. Anyways, Tristana is considered a hard late game carry like Vayne. She has a lot of range in the late game, and she has the reset mechanic from the second ability. So when you're killing someone, or when the explosive pops, you're getting a reset on your dash, and that is pretty big. Maybe you can kill her. I think if I just use my ultimate, I might have been able to kill her, since my ultimate does decent amount of damage as well. Big wave crashing in. I think she has to reset. If she comes too close, I can just kill her. Let's jump. To be honest, I didn't know that the Jinx traps, I thought I could just jump over the Jinx traps, but I guess I was wrong. So another thing learned today. And my Lux is just inting. I have no idea what she was trying, but she just gave a free kill for Jinx. We're dashing out. And hopefully V doesn't have ultimate and commits to us. Anyways, Jinx is going to lose a lot of minion gold, because it crashed in and I zoned her, so she lost tons of gold. And she didn't even backport yet. I'm surprised she still didn't go back. I mean, when it comes to playing ADC, it's mostly comes down to rotating correctly to get towers, and the positioning is also really important in team fights. You always want to keep your distance from the assassins, from the people who can kill you, and try to do as much damage as possible. And I would say the kits of ADCs are very simple, so it just comes down onto your positioning. So if you're good at positioning on ADC, you can pretty much play any ADC, since they're all pretty easy to play. I would say their kits are, except for maybe Vayne. I would say Vayne is hard to execute because her range is short. She is weak in the early game, but in the late game you have the potential to do a 1 versus 9. Anyways, let's reset. We have 1.4k in the bank. Let's get boots. I guess I get Mercuries. And I think in this game Zhonya's is really important because of the Z. Otherwise he would just nuke us. If you guys have some suggestions for champions that you want me to cover, then write it down below in the comments. Do you want me to commentate or make a guide for more ADCs, or would you like to see more bruisers, maybe more jungle gameplay? Right now for jungle I have maybe Lee Sin, Olaf planned, and besides that obviously going to upload a lot of bruiser gameplays. Jumping in, pushing him back, and he's going to die. Let's go. So we got the kill onto Z. Let's shove in the wave and try to get the tier 2 tower maybe. V is coming. Where is Jinx? To be honest, I'm just putting... To be honest, you should put the ward at the edge of the bush so that you get more vision, but I was just too lazy. So if you put it at the edge towards the red buff, you will get much more vision than what I just did. Okay, Vayne is engaging. Always pay attention to the minimap as well. That's really important, so you can see whether or not you can join a fight or see if you can help your teammates. Okay, Zed is going to die. Hopefully he gives us the red buff. That would be nice, but I don't think so. He takes it. Yeah, I definitely noticed that I need more attack speed right now. Almost have my statics shift, but I also need rapid fire cannon for more attack speed. Even though they buffed... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the changes. They buffed Tristana pretty decently by changing the S1, giving more attack speed. Okay, let me pull out the game updates really quick. The Wildrift patch notes for Tristana. For the rapid fire, they increased the attack speed from 30% to 50%. Now it's overall 20% buffed at all ranks, and duration increase of 2 seconds, so that's pretty nice. Base damage buff on the rocket by 25 at all ranks. And for the explosive charge, passive damage increase, active base damage increase, and also the AD ratio got buffed. So actually it's a pretty huge buff in the late game from 110% bonus AD to 160%. So on the ultimate, huge damage buff. So I would say Tristana is a solid champion right now. I put her A tier, to be honest. I think for S tier she is not strong enough in the early game, but she's not meant to be a strong early game champion. She's meant to be a hard carry in the late game. And I think in the late game, when she's getting those core items, she is super duper strong. So I think she's at a fine state of kit right now. No improvement needed. I think she's pretty strong like this. Pushing Sona right into the turret and getting that kill. Let's go. My teammates are actually playing really well in this game, so the game feels pretty easy. Hopefully the enemies won't surrender the game, because we don't really have that many items yet. We have 2 items. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's going to be it for the gameplay. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you late game Tristana. I can just tell you it would be super crazy. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. That's going to be it for today's video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I see you for tomorrow's video. Bye bye and have an awesome day.